Hello and welcome to today's daily intuitive and inspirational message, or inspirational intuitive message, however you care to say it. This is a message that we will be pulling from 4 cards. Okay, these are all inspirational decks. They're decks that are revolved around motivation, inspiration to help you see what's up, what's in store for your next 24. If this is your first time here, hello, hi, welcome. I am clairaudient. I do receive various styles of channeled messages, and as these different messages come out, I will be relaying them to you. So whatever, now since it's a collective for everybody's energy, whatever does resonate, I ask that you kindly take, and whatever doesn't resonate, you can compassionately leave it for the person who needs to hear it most, and just keep it in the back of your mind because it may be coming up in your next 24 hours, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Now, you guys, I noticed that the captions are not really like doing the captions like I wanted them to. So I am working on how to figure that out, okay? If you guys have any suggestions, by all means, let me know. Drop them in a comment below, and I'll go ahead and check out how to do that. But I am trying to figure it out, okay? Okay, you guys. So, I'm seeing a woman, and she's sewing. But she's not sewing. She's doing the knitting. It's the knitting, because she's got those tools. Hi! They got the tools, Those tools. It's like they go like this. You know how the women do it? The older women, they know how to do all those things. Those cool things. And so they, that's like a knitting. It's knitting. And I'm seeing that she's looking with a magnifying glass at what she's knitting together. And I'm seeing the whole garment. The thing that she's knitting is, this woman is knitting, it's a blanket with pink. It's all pink, but it has squares and it has white stars in it. So it's like a pink blanket with like white stars in it. And now I'm seeing a paint bucket. And the paint bucket has pink paint. So we're looking at a lot of pink. A pink. We're looking at pink. I'm thinking of pink and paint. I said pink. There's pink. Pink paint. That's what it was. Okay, here we go. I'm never alone in my life. I'm never alone. I have got you guys. Here we go. We've got, I balance my masculine and feminine side. The masculine and feminine parts of me are in perfect balance and harmony. I am at peace and all is well. Yeah. This is balance. It's balance. And that's so funny because the comment said, what are you doing alone in your life? And then I get this, right? And this is talking about being okay with your full self, with your having a balance within your masculine and your feminine aspects of yourself. And that's exactly how I feel. I actually don't feel alone. I feel like I'm balancing these two. So that's so funny because it actually relates to that comment right there. It does. For everyone. It relates to everyone. It's about balancing ourselves. Yeah. And the pink, what's funny is because the pink, the first time I see the pink's on a blanket. It's on a blanket. It's a woman is knitting it. So it has a very feminine touch. She's touching everything. She's making it, right? It's a feminine touch to that. Then I'm seeing pink again, but pink is in a paint bucket, and it's kind of spilled over in the paint bucket. I didn't tell you guys that. It looks really kind of like a beautiful pink that's inside of a paint bucket that's like kind of spilled over. So that seems a little more masculine, right? And it's like, but it's like feeling like being in love with both the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself. So this is a balance. It's having a balance between that. And I'm watching a man, and he's video recording someone. And it's like at like an actual like studio of some sort. And then I see him, and he's videoing, like the first time he's videoing in my vision. Hi, Michael. Good afternoon. The first time I see him, he's the first person he's recording is a man that's like wearing like a costume or something. Like he's an actor, right? Like he's filming an actor. And then the second time I see him, and the actor is like dressed like it's like some sort of, I'm looking from behind, so I'm not able to really look at it's not letting me look at the full costume, but it's like a superhero or something. And like, I just see like black on the back of him and black on the shoulder. And it looks like it's a costume that the guy's wearing. And he's like filming, I'm watching this guy that's just filming that guy. And then I'm seeing him again. He's filming. This guy is still filming, but now he's not filming that anymore. And he's filming like someone who's working with wood, like woodwork, like a workshop, like a guy that's doing a workshop and showing people like a workshop. So I feel like some of you that are watching are actually people who are in the entertainment business, I'm hearing. And the ones that are in that, because I know it's not going to be for everyone, but the ones that are in the entertainment business that watch this video, you have that skill to offer other people. And I feel like it's saying like filming a how-to now, like filming a workshop about it. That's what it feels like. Like now you could film yourself doing a workshop on how to be a superhero is basically what I'm seeing, right? But it's more of like how to act, or how to be creative like you. It's like, it's something like that. But I feel like it's like an actor. I feel like it's an actor that's looking, and that like you can offer a workshop. Like if you're an actor, or you're in the entertainment business, you maybe even a film producer or something, you think, I don't know what I can do now. I made all the videos I could think of. You can make workshops where you're teaching people to make their own videos, So that's just for someone out there, because it was really, really, really sticking out to me. That was really from left field. That was from left field. Because we were talking about balance and balancing the masculine and feminine side, but that has something to do with somebody out there. I'm seeing an iron. And the iron is like it's like if somebody's already using it, right? It's not like up, like it's waiting to be used. No, it's using the iron. And this is somebody who's ironing out a situation. This is bringing balance. I feel like this is bringing balance to a situation that was wrinkled, something that was having its challenges. I'll say it like that. It's like more like having its challenges. This can be you and someone else mending a situation, which is why we would have a balance. But it's ironing those things out. It's like with grace, because I'm hearing with grace. Now we have here a life of greater joy, power, and satisfaction awaits those who consciously design their life. Okay, now this is enlightening me on you guys. So some of you guys, this is you actually getting to be okay with somebody else. Like let's say you guys had like some kind of issue. You guys are ironing out your differences. Others of you, this is going to be you ironing out in a way all of your thoughts, so that way you can come to a balance of masculine and feminine thinking and emotions. So some of the people watching, maybe you're over emotional about things and you're going to start being a little more logical to balance that out. Others of you, maybe you're too logical and you're going to start, feeling things in a more emotional way within the next 24 hours that'll help you balance yourself, because there's a balance that needs to happen. It's not like we all need to be, strict, or we all need to be this, or we all need to be that. No, you need to have a balance between being like gentle and then being strong. You see what I'm saying? It's balance. And so I feel like some of you guys are ironing out things, making a balance within yourself, so that way you can pursue that life path. Because we're talking about consciously designing your life for greater joy, power, and satisfaction. And let me tell you, the best way to get power, you want power in life? I'll tell you how to get power. How to become a powerful person is by being authentic to yourself, being true to yourself, regardless of who's watching. Regardless of who's watching, you're true to yourself. Because when you're like that, then you really don't care if someone likes you. You really don't care if they don't like you. And it's not in a mean way, but it's in a way that you're sure of who you are, that you're not going to be... I'm hearing a sentence I've never heard in my life before, but I'm going to say it because this is what they're saying. But they're saying you're not going to be like tail wailing yourself anymore. I've never even heard of that phrase. It's so funny, but it's like tail wailing. I don't know what that is. It's like, I would imagine that it's like I don't know, like tail wailing. You're following somebody. So yeah, that would be following somebody on their tail and you're wailing and you're crying about what they're saying. Wow. Tail wailing. That's not even a thing, but that's a thing for me now. I see that. Tail wailing. I totally see that. That's somebody where you're following somebody and you're crying because they don't give you approval. It's not really crying. It's like maybe, on some level you might, but like some people, they get imbalanced. See right here, we're talking about balance. So some people get imbalanced when other people are putting them down. Or some people get imbalanced because I don't know, it's the weirdest thing. It's tail wailing, where you're just crying or you're upset. I feel like a lot of the people who have been doing this, there's a lot of people who are going to watch this who have been doing this. When other people put you down, there's been I'm just not good enough. Bringing balance to the masculine and the feminine parts of yourself. Still the mind. Quiet the mind. When you quiet yourself, you can listen to your thoughts, and you can realize how freaking crazy we are. And we say crazy stuff that ain't even true to ourselves. Somebody could say something like, I don't like the dinner you cooked, right? Let's say somebody says that to you, right? But then you hear that, your mind, our crazy minds will go, they didn't like the food. They don't like the way I cook. There must be something wrong with the way I cook. And it turns into like this, like snowball effect of things that aren't even really, none of that was said. None of it was even said. You see what I'm saying? It's just something that it's just something you heard. You heard one sentence and you turned it into a paragraph. Don't turn a sentence into a paragraph, you guys. Learn how to balance yourself out. Okay? Okay. So there's hands. I was watching hands, and the hands were, before in the first vision I got, the hands were a woman who was knitting. She was knitting that blanket. And now I'm seeing the hands, and the hands are the same woman, but that woman isn't old anymore. It's like going back to her younger years, and she's braiding her daughter's hair. Both of these are symbolic of the woven ties we have that were handed down to us by our elders. Throat chakra. This is speaking up for yourself. This is speaking up for yourself. I'm going to say it because it's so funny. I see this person, because I see like a woman and then I see it like a man. So I'm seeing this person, like it's not sticking to one or the other. And this person is speaking out about themselves. It's like they didn't even say anything crazy. Like it wasn't like a loud thing or a speaker or anything. I'm just seeing them like they spoke something, like a few words of truth, and like they sit down and they're smiling and there's chaos around them. Like it's like people who are like angry about the few words that were true that came out of that person's mouth. And it's like all this disruption happens. And like the person that's sitting down is at peace with themselves. Like at peace with themselves, man. It's like that. I got this off of my chest and that's okay. I don't care if you have something negative to say about it. I just needed to say this for me, for myself. That's how you need to talk. That's how you need to talk, because I could feel the peace that came with that. And I could feel the empowerment that came with that. There was a strength so deep that it went like from here, because it's a throat chakra. It's like it came out this person's mouth to say some words of truth. I'm not hearing everything. I'm just watching everything. And then it's like the power goes all the way down to like right here, like where your stomach is. And it's an empowering thing to say something and then gain a sense of power and sit down and be okay. It's so beautiful. It was a beautiful feeling. It is a beautiful feeling because I still feel it. Like I'm stealing some of your guys' power. I'm stealing the powers. But it was like, it feels so powerful to speak the truth. And it doesn't have to be an argument. Whatever this is that you're sticking up for yourself, this could be you sticking up to yourself to bring a balance within your masculine and feminine. But I feel like the balance between your masculine and feminine side happened within the family somehow. The imbalance happened within the family. And that by you just speaking about something and then just letting it go. Like allowing chaos to happen. Like, it's okay. Just let it go. It could be crazy. It could be like your crazy stuff. It could be crazy. It could be chaos. But I got that off my chest. It's like that. It could be crazy. It could be chaos. But I'm okay inside. Because this person's smiling. And they're smiling because they achieved balance when they finished speaking. Those few words brought balance into that person, and it brings a sense of empowerment with it. So that's why when other people want to say something mean or they want to disagree with you and you wholeheartedly believe in something you're doing, don't give in to the person. Because what you believe in, it is important. Because that's what you believe in. That's what you believe. So that is important. It's not important for you to shove it down everybody's throat, but it's important for you to not allow people to disregard your point of view. Like, okay, I agree or something. You could let it be known. Just like, yeah, well, I don't agree with that. I just don't. And then they say, why? Just say, I really don't. I don't really care to talk about it, but I just don't agree with that. Like that, you could, I mean, like, there's so many ways you could say something like that. You could be so subtle. You don't have to be so crazy. But then the next 24 hours, I feel like there's going to be something. Maybe there'll be an opportunity for you to be speaking about this truth. There'll be also an opportunity, if you're not going to be speaking about this could be something that you vocalize on social media. This could be something that you vocalize to yourself, maybe an affirmation you say to yourself. I'm hearing some of you guys will be saying affirmations in the morning, in the mirror. If you're trying to achieve some kind of balance within yourself, you really should be trying to use some affirmations in the morning. In the mirror. You could even put Post-its. You could like go and find some really good quotes and then like post the quote with the Post-its, sticky Post-its. I think they're called Post-its. I don't know. But you stick them and like, or stick a piece of paper on the mirror. So when you brush your teeth, you're reading that. Ooh, you're going to be opening a bunch of gates. They're going to be opening different parts of yourself. Remember, when you open up different parts of yourself, you're using different... This is what I like to think, too. When we gain a sense of enlightenment in our lives, or we gain a sense of, like, opening up to new possibilities. When people say that, they go, oh, just open up to the different possibilities. Oh, just keep an open mind. You really are opening up your mind. How much of our brains do we use? I think it was scientifically proven that we use only like the average person uses somewhere between like 2 and like 9% of their brain or something like that. I don't know if it was like 2 and 9 or if it was 9 or if it was 2. I don't remember. I just remember it wasn't over 10. And so if you think about that, then okay, you keep an open mind, you can open different parts of your brain. You can be smarter. You can be more creative. You can come up with $1 million idea, not look for one. You can, like, it's stuff like that happens. When you are open-minded, that's what happens. But also, being open-minded isn't just being open-minded to someone else's idea, but it's opening your mind to free yourself from mental from like a mental obsessive partnership when you're like obsessively wanting your life to be a certain way. You go, this is how my life is supposed to be. And so you go, well, why isn't this working? I was trying to do this and it kept going, it kept messing up. Maybe you're, trying to, code something and these different pieces of code aren't working. I can relate to that. And like, I know that like, you're spending like hours. Like I've gone like 14 hours trying to put a piece of code together. And there's always like, now there's another thing wrong. Now there's another thing wrong. Now there's another thing wrong. You see? And that's totally, you can go crazy. But when you solve it, I always notice that the way I solved those big issues were because I did simple things. I go, okay, let me go and do something else and come back. And I came back and I would think, what's like the simplest way to do it? If I didn't know so much code, what would be like the bare basics? And then you would find a way to do it. And so like you just go, instead of overcomplicating it, you go back to making it a little more simple. And so that's where like, when it comes to yourself and your sense of like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to believe? Don't allow other people to just say their opinion and speak for you. Don't allow people to speak for you. Even if you agree with them, don't allow people to speak for you, because that's a form of like control. And you don't want people to do that, even though control may not be your thing. Control is their thing when they do that, but they need to be conditioned to know that they can't treat you like that, because you respect yourself, because you value yourself. It's not to start a fight. It's to have peace within yourself. And so that's where you go. You say a few words, you sit down, and there's a tornado around you. That is like what I'm seeing, like with the chaos around you. You're like, you say, if like, okay, well, I don't agree. And then you sit down, and then like, I can see like everybody like fighting around this person. It's so funny. It's so funny. Freedom. Ooh, freedom. Freedom. Yes. Being free from those people that are like kind of like limiting your beliefs, or limiting where you can go, what you can say, what you can do. Like, what the heck is up with that? That's a power control. I possess the power. How many times are we going to have this happen this time? I possess the power and the free will. I told you about this. It was like the will of this person, this empowerment, to create my own happiness. Yes. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. How do you possess that power? By speaking up for yourself, saying if you disagree with something, but you don't necessarily have to start a fight. You could just say, I just don't agree with that. And that's it. And if they go, well, because of this or that and this or that, and you go, okay, that's good. I'm happy for you. You look comfortable with your own decision, and I'm comfortable with mine. And so, case closed. And so that's the way it is, because when you don't have control issues and you have a balance, then you're not really worried about other people arguing with you. But if other people are trying to argue with you, whether you're balanced or not, you deserve your opinion. You deserve to live a happy life. You deserve that. Like, wait, what in your life makes you think that you don't deserve to have your opinion? What in your life makes you feel like you don't deserve to have a happy life? Like, it has to be the way that so-and-so says, or it has to be the way that we've been conditioned to go about it. No, you could say, well, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And that's it. And that's okay. And you'll see a lot of people will go crazy because you don't agree. And it's the most oddest thing, but it's control. It's control. It's control. Some of you may have issues with control in your life with your own mind, with your mind going, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. So you have to say, no, we're going to calm down. We're going to calm down. We're going to quiet the mind. And when you quiet the mind, you're able to look at your thoughts one by one. That's why you meditate, to look at those thoughts one by one. We have too many thoughts to really, really think about how many thoughts we have, right? And then like, you only give mind to how many thoughts do you really pay attention to in your head? You don't really pay attention to many because there's just too many just flying by that you're just kind of like, you don't pick one. And then like maybe something will happen, it'll trigger something, and so you'll start thinking about one of the thoughts. And so like, this is saying like, when you slow down, what I'm saying for this is that when you slow down, then you can do what they say. Consciously design your life. Because you can't consciously design your life if you're not being conscious about your thoughts. That's why I was saying that. Some of you, this is like old patterns from your family that you're needing to break away and break free from. So that way you can live your healthy, abundant life. So that way you can follow your path. Others of you, this is an internal battle about what things should be and what things are and how you want things to proceed. Like the vision that I had about the guy that was filming. And I was saying, because I know that there's going to be a guy that watches this, maybe a girl with masculine aspects. And so like, with, strong personality. Whoever it is, it's an actor or an actress or the film person that thinks that the entertainment business is kind of down. It feels like that. It feels like somebody who's watching it who's like, oh, the career went down and went down the drain. It's kind of like that. It's like someone who's thinking like that. There's new opportunities here, and you just need to bring a balance mentally to accept the new opportunities, because you can't accept new opportunities if you're in a state of lower vibration. You're not being conscious. You're not being aware. Instead, you're focusing on your thoughts. You're focusing on your thoughts. Meditation is detaching from your thoughts. Detaching from your thoughts. And then looking at your thoughts like if they're away from you. Almost like if somebody scribbled it on a piece of paper and showed you a sentence of a thought. That's what you do. You disconnect and you look at them. And then you decide if you believe that thought. You decide if that thought has any weight in your life. Because some thoughts are just our anxiety. And some thoughts are actually intuition. And other thoughts are our beautiful thoughts about ourselves. So you have to look through these different things. You have to. If you want to be free mentally, you want to be at peace inwardly, and if you want to be your own person, I'm hearing like the star of your own show. Like you want to be your own self. You want to own it unapologetically, not looking for anybody's approval, not worried about people saying all the chaos that they want to create. Let them create their chaos. They're going to be in their own chaos. If you don't give any attention to it, it's going to drive them crazy because you're not adding to that chaos. You're freeing yourself. And that drives people crazy when you free yourself too. So it's kind of like either way you look at it, whether you agree with them or not, this person's always going to be in chaos. Could be family for some. It's going to be friends for others. And for some of them that I see on here, some of you guys, it's internal battle within yourself. The way things should be, the way things are. Being in conflict with the new way things are being. And trying to find your voice. Others, many of you guys, don't be tail wailing. Don't be crying behind someone else's back because they're following them around like a little 2-year-old. Remember the 2-year-olds when they're kids, the little 2-year-olds, and they're following around the mom and they're like, I want to go home. I want to go to the store. I don't want to go to the store anymore. Right? They're all crying. They're all mocosos, everywhere. It's all nasty, right? And they're right there like crying and following the mom. You don't want to be like that with other people's opinions, okay? You don't want to be that baby that's crying behind them, tail wailing, going, why aren't you approving me? Why don't you let me have my opinion? Just have your opinion and let them have chaos. If they want chaos, they have chaos. But you got your opinion and you respect yourself and you have freedom inside. That's liberating right there. That's liberating. And if you live with this person, some of you, I feel like you live with this person, these people. If you live with these people who are creating an imbalance between your masculine and feminine, and you're not speaking up about yourself, okay? This is talking about going through meditation, consciously detaching from your thoughts, okay? Because women, we get thoughts in our head that are like based from like an emotional standpoint, okay? So like women, it's like, oh, he didn't call me, he must hate me, okay? And then like men, it's like you guys get like, oh, she did not answer, I'm so mad. And like it's like we got these different things going on in our head, right? So this is talking about going, okay, let me just shut up mind, shut up, let me go to meditation, go meditate, shut up mind. Okay, now you could talk to me. And you look at each thought and you determine if it carries the weight. You determine if it's true or if it's not. You determine if you believe it or not. And whether you agree or you disagree or anything, you acknowledged it and you let it go. Sometimes they carry things that you don't like feelings you don't like. Oh, wow. Well, because that's accepting some kind of bad truth about yourself. Like maybe you don't make your bed in the morning and you've really been feeling kind of bad about it. And then you look at your thoughts and then you're like, oh, and then like, I didn't make my bed this morning. And then now you're like, oh, but you accept it. You look at it from a detached level. That's why you detach, because you're not investing that emotion into your thought. You're trying to weigh it out. It's like going to the store and deciding whether you're going to buy this and take it home. Are you going to really buy that thought and put it into your mind and say that's truth? Are you going to call that your truth? Or are you going to say, no, that's not my truth, and just toss it? Okay? All right, you guys. I hope you guys get a sense of freedom within the next 24 hours, okay? And I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this time with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I'm sending you guys many, 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 many blessings on your journey. For those of you who decide to speak up for yourself in the next 24 hours, for those of you who decide to stand up for yourself in the next 24 hours, I'm sending you a lot of courage to do it. And I'm sending you so much love and respect for respecting yourself. Okay? All right, you guys, have a fantastic 24, and I will see you guys again tomorrow.